Ooh, yo, what's going on? How y'all feeling today? It's your host D Saw with another episode of the Money Talk Mondays podcast. What's going on in y'all world today? Gotta drink that H2O, man. Gotta stay hydrated. I appreciate y'all for joining the live today. I appreciate everyone for joining the live. Do me a favor, tag someone's in the tag someone's name in the comment. Tag someone's name in the comment that needs to know this information. I'm about to talk about easy ways to get into real estate in 2024. How y'all feeling today? What's good? Y'all let me know where y'all from in the comments. How was y'all day? I'm gonna do a daily check-in first, and I'm gonna run through a quick couple of ways to get into real estate that you probably didn't know. And then we're gonna wrap this thing up, man. It's gonna be a very quick episode. I appreciate y'all for joining the live. Y'all do me a favor. Tag someone's name in the comments who needs to know this information. I'm about to talk about some easy ways to get into real estate. How y'all feeling? This video is sponsored to you by Credit Repair Hacks, one of the world's first AI digital credit repair softwares. You're able to repair your credit directly from your phone. Using my link, you can get this for $29 a month, guys. You can't beat it. How it works is you upload your credit report, it detects which items are negative, it recommends the best dispute reason. You select it all from your phone, and it will send or create a full dispute letter based on how it's reported on your credit report. Right. And after that, if you need them to send it to the credit bureaus for you, it will do that. You can't beat it, guys. You can get it for $29 a month using my link. Right. Let me leave that link in the comments just in case y'all want to check that out, man. That's Credit Repair Hacks. My partnership, you can get unlimited credit disputes for $29 a month. Let me leave my link in the comments. How y'all doing today, man? Y'all let me know. Let me know some ways that y'all think y'all would be able to get into real estate. Right. I'm going to talk about a few ways that you probably didn't know, but tell me what y'all think. Tell me what do y'all think is the easiest way or one of the quickest ways to get into real estate. Y'all let me know that in the comments. And I'm going to leave that link for Credit Repair Hacks here. All right. I appreciate y'all for joining the live today. I appreciate it. That's for YouTube. I appreciate y'all for joining the live today. How was y'all day today, man? Let's you know what? I think we all are grateful for yet another day, right? Whether it was good or bad, today was another day God bless us with, man. So let's applaud to that. Let's have a round of applause for that. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So you just never know sometimes. A lot of people didn't wake up today. A lot of people didn't, get to enjoy this day God prepared for us today. So, I'm always grateful to be alive. Every day I wake up is a brand new opportunity, a brand new chance for me to do something great. I tell all of my friends and my close loved ones all the time that any day could change my life. Every day I wake up could be a life changing day for me. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the opportunity. So every day I wake up and I take a deep breath and I'm glad and I'm grateful that I had I'm up today. I'm alive today. But I did have a great day today. How was y'all day today? Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all day was. And y'all know if you watch this live stream later, you can participate in the chat. I do come back and check these lives a couple of times a day. So if you watch this live later, if you tap into this live later, just know that I'll respond to any of your comments. How y'all doing today? We're gonna be talking about easy ways to get into real estate. Y'all do me a favor and tag people in the comments. Tag some people in the comments that need to know this information. Like this video so it'll help the algorithm get it to more people. I would definitely appreciate that. So we all know about some of the most traditional ways to get into real estate, right? Um, 9 times out of 10, some of the old investors, what they did was you pay 20, 25% down, right? You buy a property and then you rent it out, right? Those days are long gone. These days, you can use loans like a FHA loan. You even have a FHA 203K loan that will help with the renovations, right? Just last November 2023, they just passed a law. Well, it's not really a law, but they just made conventional loans available also for a 5% down owner occupied property, right? That means you can pay 5% down and use a conventional loan, right? As long as you owner occupy the property, you can have that as an investment property with 5% down, right? Now, in 2024, right now, it's an amazing time to invest in real estate. Why? Because there's still not as many buyers as it was a few years ago. Okay. Now, back in 2020, back in 2021, you had a bunch of buyers searching for real estate. So this caused sellers to increase their prices, right? This caused bidding wars. So if you was in that market in 2020, 2021, you know how stressful it was to try to buy a home because it had so many buyers all looking for the same home. But since the interest rate had went up a lot over the last couple of years, there's been less buyers in the market, which means the sellers don't have as many buyers to sell their property to. Okay. So what this means is the buyers in the market right now, they get better negotiation, they get better prices, they get better everything because sellers don't have many buyers to choose from and they need to sell. So right now is a time where even though interest rates have been going down over the last several weeks, the inventory is still a little slow, right? So you're able to get into real estate, you're able to get closing costs paid, you're able to get lower asking prices, lower purchase prices in this market right now. So investing into real estate is a good idea if you're in the market for that. Okay. So a lot of times back in the past, people used to pay 20% down. They'll get a property, they'll put a tenant in it, they'll charge them rent, and that rent will pay for their mortgage, right? Still a very solid reason, or still a very solid way to get in real estate. But guess what? A lot of people don't really have 20 to 25% down to pay right off the bat. So now they have a bunch of creative ways that you can actually get into real estate. Now, one of the first ways is using an FHA loan. Okay, a FHA loan, you're able to pay 3.5% down. That means you only pay 3.5% down on your down payment, right, to purchase the home, and you're able to rent that property out, rent the other side of that property out. Okay, so how this will work is, let's say I see a duplex, it has 2 units, right? I can use a FHA loan, right? Only pay 3.5% down, stay in 1 unit and rent that other side, right? If your rent is right, that rent could potentially pay that entire mortgage. You can be living rent free using a FHA loan. A FHA loan, the minimum requirement is a 580 score, a 580 credit score, but typically the best approvals begin with people having a 620 or a 640 credit score, right? I always strive to tell my buyers to get at least a 620 for the best approvals. Okay. So you can use this FHA loan, right? Pay only 3.5% down and get you an investment property, right? A lot of my buyers, what they do is they buy a FHA, right? They stay in it for a year, rent out the other side, and then they refinance it into another loan, put another tenant in the side that they were staying in. Now they have two cash flow rents coming in each month. And then they go buy another property using the FHA loan, right? And they repeat this process for 5 or 6 years. Next thing they know, they have 6 properties, 6 or 7 units, and all of them are cash flowing them rent every single month using that FHA loan. The benefit is literally because you're only paying 3.5% down, right? As I mentioned earlier, a lot of investors in the past will pay 20 or 25% down. Okay, you don't no longer have to do that. You can do uh, a FHA loan and only pay 3.5% down. right? You put a tenant on the other side, and that tenant could potentially pay for your mortgage. You have any questions about the FHA loan? Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. I appreciate y'all joining the live. I appreciate y'all joining the live. Okay, in that same instance, just last year, in November of 2023, they have a conventional loan product now where you can use that same strategy with the FHA I just mentioned and use it with a conventional loan and only pay 5% down. Now, why is this important? Is because certain properties with FHA, it won't get approved, right? FHA is a government backed loan, and sometimes they have a bunch of restrictions on the properties. You can't have it a certain way. Certain damages they won't approve, and just a bunch of stipulations. Some people like to bypass all of those FHA guidelines and go the conventional route. Okay. And now you can use a conventional loan to purchase a property with 5% down. Now it has to be owner occupied, right? So that means you have to stay in it on paper. You have to stay in it, but you can use a conventional loan and only pay 5% down and get into an investment property, right? A lot of people is not aware of this information. It may be a property that you tried to buy a few years ago or a few months ago, right? It may be a property that you tried to buy a few months ago and it didn't pass FHA inspections. Well, guess what? Now you're able to use a conventional loan, only pay 5% down, and still get your investment property. I mean, you can't beat that, right? You're gonna have a quicker closing time. You got less requirements. You got less stipulations. You can pretty much pay your down payment, go through your normal home buying process, and voila, you have a fully functional investment property and only pay 5% down. Those days of paying 20 to 25% down only, they don't exist anymore. You can pay 5% down with a conventional loan. You have any questions about using a conventional loan, paying 5% down, y'all let me know in the comments. Again, I appreciate y'all joining this live. If you just made it or if you're just tuning in, do me a favor. Do me a huge favor and tag someone's name in the comment. Someone that may be looking into getting into real estate at some point this year or even next year that needs to know this information, tag them in the comments. I appreciate y'all joining the live. Again, this video was sponsored to you by Credit Repair Hacks. Credit Repair Hacks is one of the world's first AI digital credit repair softwares. You don't have to go pay those crazy monthly fees anymore with credit repair. Okay. You can use companies like Credit Repair Hacks, pay $29 a month, and let AI repair your credit for you, all from your phone, guys. That's Credit Repair Hacks. That information is on the screen. If you check back up in the comments, I left my link. You can use my link and get all of that for $29 a month. You can cancel anytime. There's a video when you click on that link to show you exactly how that process goes. I appreciate y'all for joining this live. Okay, we're going to be talking about the FHA 203K loan next. Anybody out there ever used the FHA 203K loan? I had a buyer close on this loan last year, actually. And how a FHA 203K loan works is it's just like a FHA, so you're only paying 3.5% down. But now, if it's a property that's blighted or if a property that's been damaged and need renovations, right, the FHA will allow you to include the renovation costs in your loan. Now, this is huge. This is huge. Okay. So you're able to use a FHA loan for a property that needs renovation, and they're going to put the cost of that renovation in your loan. So you have one loan and you only pay 3.5% down on it. It's super good. Now it takes it a little bit to close because you have to get the property repaired before you close on it, and you have to go through a list of FHA approved contractors in your area. So they have to get approved. The contractor that's going to do the renovations have to be approved with FHA, right? And you can use a FHA loan and only pay 3.5% down and get an investment property that way, guys. I mean, You can't beat that. You can't beat that. You find you a double, a duplex, a triplex, right? Price is right on it. You're only paying 3.5% down, right? That FHA 203K loan is gonna fund your renovation costs. They're gonna bake it into the loan, and you're only paying 3.5% down. If you have any questions about how to use that, slide in my DMs and I'll let you know exactly how we can take advantage of that. Right? Same FHA requirements. You have to have a 580 credit score. They're gonna check your DTI and they're gonna make sure your income is good. But yes, you can use it. You can use a FHA 203K loan and buy a property with your renovation costs included, guys. You can't beat that. Easy ways to get into real estate, y'all. I got two more for y'all, and we're gonna rock on out of here. We're gonna rock on out of here. Anybody have any questions about the FHA 203K loan? All right. We're gonna be talking about the DSCR loan program next. And I'm gonna share my screen and pull it up. One of my partners, Tyrell Morris, sent me this information, and we're gonna go through the DSCR loan. Okay, here we go. Now, have you ever thought about getting into a property when they don't even verify your employment? Right? They do not look at your income for this DSCR loan program. This is perfect for people that are self-employed, that doesn't file their taxes. This is perfect for people who are freelancers and work different types of jobs. They may be 1099 here one day, doing this one day. They got plenty of money coming in, but they don't have a steady job. There's no employment verification with this product. Okay. So let's go through some of the highlights. You need a minimum credit score of 620, right? The max loan amount is 2.5 million. So they're only going to go up to $2.5 million for this property. Right. It's an 80% max loan to value ratio. Right. Your ratings required. They're going to look at your housing history and they're going to look at your primary residence. Okay. Your max cash outs is right there. Right. As I mentioned, no employment information is required. Right. And they're going to look at your rents. They're going to look at your rents. Okay. Right. And for citizenship, you have to be a U.S. You have to be a U.S. citizen. You have to provide your I-10 number if not. Right. You can be an alien or foreign national, but you're gonna have to provide that TIN number. Right. Pretty good product, right? It's a good product because let me change my screen back. Got the wrong screen up, y'all. Give me 1 second. There we go. It's a good product because you got certain people that work odd jobs. They're not consistent with a job, right? You may be self-employed, like a real estate agent like me, not filing your taxes correctly, right? Anybody that makes pretty good money but can't really prove it in a way, that's what this product is for, right? You need a 620 credit score. They're not going to verify your income, right? And you can get into investment properties this way. A lot of times they'll look at the deal, they'll look at how much cash flow is going to bring in, and that's how they'll determine your interest rate and your down payment, I think, as well. So the DSCR loan product, guys, if you have any questions about that, feel free to let me know. And the last, but one of the most popular ones as of recent is Airbnb, right? You're able to use the property that you already have as an investment property. right? What you're going to do is you're going to rent this thing out to people that's visiting your city. So if you live in a popular city such as Atlanta, such as New Orleans, Houston, Dallas, Miami, Orlando, Florida, if you in any of these properties where a lot of people are constantly visiting your area, you can use an Airbnb. That's the property that you already own, right? And if you don't own a property, let's say you are renting a property right now, you're renting an apartment, right? If you can stay in that property that you're renting, you just go buy a property with the same FHA that I talked about earlier, right? And you can have that property on Airbnb, right? In a super, super creative way. Like for my travel nurses, right? For my travel nurses, if you're a travel nurse and you're always going on assignment and you don't own a property, you really should be in my DMs, right? You should be in my DMs because what I've been doing for my travel nurses recently, right, is getting them into the Airbnb game. Okay, they're gonna buy an investment property or a single family home, right? And they're gonna rent that thing out while they're gone on assignment, right? You're gone making the big bucks on assignment, right? And you're making money in your investment property as well. Okay, if you use it as Airbnb, if you know you're gonna be at home at this time next month, you can just block those dates out and you have a place to stay in when you get home. And each time you leave, it's bringing in you more and more cash through rent, right? And if you want to get more creative, right? And I'm gonna pull up my open house that I'm doing this weekend, right? If you want to get more creative, give me a second. I'm gonna pull my open house up in a second, y'all. Y'all give me 1 second. I apologize. I appreciate y'all for tapping in to the live. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Give me 1 second. Okay, so if you're going on assignment, right, that means you're gone, right? A lot of times the employers are paying for you to stay somewhere. So they're paying for your hotel, they're paying for wherever you're going, or they're giving you a stipend or some kind of money, right? So you're getting money to stay wherever you are. And if you are smart, you can have an investment property back home collecting cash all while you're gone. Okay. So you're going on assignment and you can use Airbnb, right? And if you don't want people in your personal space while you're going on assignment, that's fine too. You can still use a FHA loan and buy a duplex or a triplex. Okay. You can have your side just regular standard, right? It can be your property, nothing, nobody touches it while you're gone. And that other unit, you can be renting it out, right? I work with travel nurses that buy duplexes from me all the time, right? What some of them do is they'll they'll put their property up for Airbnb, right? So they have it rented out each week, different guests, or they will use the FHA loan and stay in one side and Airbnb the other side. Another thing that they'll do is they'll continue staying with their mom. You can continue staying with your parents or your friends or your boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, right? And you can buy that property and have all units rented out on Airbnb. You know, if you're not sure whether you want a long-term tenant or a short-term tenant or not, you can buy a duplex, rent out one side with a traditional tenant on a 12-month lease or so, and Airbnb the other side. You can do that for a year and see which brings you more cash, which strategy are you most comfortable with. You can do that as a travel nurse, right? And speaking of that, I am hosting an open house this weekend in New Orleans. Let me pull that up. I'm doing an open house this weekend on Sunday, January 14th at 2418 Fats Domino Ave in New Orleans, y'all. This is a brand new construction duplex in New Orleans, right? It has no tenants in there. This is the perfect opportunity to do any of the things that I mentioned earlier, right? You can rent out one side and stay in the other and allow your tenant to pay for your rent, or you can rent out both sides with this property. Brand new construction, 415. Y'all do me a favor. Come check it out with me. I'm going to be there from 1 to 3 p.m. next Sunday, y'all. Next Sunday, I'm doing an open house. And that's going to be a wrap for today, man. I appreciate y'all joining in. Just wanted to hop in and talk about some easy, quick ways to get into real estate, right? So if you're just now chiming in, go watch the beginning and let me know what you think about some of those strategies that I have for getting into real estate. I appreciate y'all joining this live. I appreciate y'all support. And if you listen to this if you listen to this far, you really must be a supporter. So you should be already subscribed to my podcast. If you're not, though, let me drop a link in the comments for you guys to go listen to my Money Talk Mondays podcast. Please consider subscribing and catch up on all of my recent episodes. I talk about all things money. I talk about getting into real estate, such as I did today. I talk about fixing your credit. I talk about AI, how to use AI to make some money. I talk about all of those things on my podcast. So do me a favor and go catch up on my episodes. And while you're there, guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch a lot of my videos, my podcast videos on YouTube. All right, for all my Facebook fans out there, let me drop y'all the link and go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. And the last thing, man, I wrote a book a couple of years ago. I would love for your support. Let me pull it up. How I Fix My Own Credit in 6 months. How I Fix My Own Credit in 6 months is a comprehensive credit repair guide. What happened was I lost an opportunity for a job that I've been wanting for a long time a couple of years ago, right? This forced me to learn about credit. And as y'all know, I used to have a credit repair business. So what I did, I put all of my credit repair secrets that I use in my business, I put it in this book. And it's available for $9.99, guys. I would definitely appreciate your support. I'm gonna leave a link in the comments. I talked about my journey with credit. I talked about what happened with the job, and I go through in very detail on ways I use to build my credit. And I built thousands and thousands and thousands of other clients' credit as well using those same tactics in that book, How I Fix My Own Credit in 6 months. Definitely will appreciate the support. I just left the link in the comments. How I Fix My Own Credit in 6 months. I appreciate your support. The book is only $9.99 and each copy sold. 10% of each copy sold will go directly to me teaching financial literacy to the high school. So I definitely would appreciate y'all support. Until the next time, guys, peace, love, and light to your life. I hope you had a great day. I hope you have an even better day tomorrow. It's your boy D Saul. Peace.